Good afternoon, children. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And I think this is for the third time that we are here and we are talking. We are trying to find out ways by which we can solve the issues that are there in public speaking. As I had told you in the last two previous classes, that public speaking is all about facing a crowd, isn't it? So it's not a joke to face a crowd. So whoever gets this opportunity has to be a very refined person who has gone through all the stages of practices, and finally that person comes up on the stage and speaks to you. So whenever I speak to you, I have this feeling that there definitely must have been some improvement in your style of speaking by now. Why? That also I'm telling you, because in the previous classes I had told you that the mirror is your best friend. So if the mirror is your best friend, then why don't you do a regular practice before the mirror? And the mirror is the thing, the medium, which is going to tell you that you are right, you are wrong, whatever it is. So if flaws are there, definitely go for a little bit of change in your style of speaking, in your pronunciation. Definitely you are going to come up with some wonderful things. Clear? Now, not only the mirror, you can also go for some video recording. Do it yourself. And later on, when you look at your own recording, you'll be able to understand where you are making a mistake. Clear? That I feel is the best way to correct your errors. Clear? Now, to refine your speech, I gave you tips, several tips. And now I'm going to tell you something about the refinement of speech. Now, when you come up with something that you want to talk, then I feel there should be a clarity of speech. And when you speak, throw the words. Don't eat the words. I'm using the word eat. Eat here means putting the words inside you. Never ever do that. Whatever you have to speak, let it be very clear and let it be thrown on the audience. When I say thrown, take it in a very good sense. Here it means that whatever you speak before the audience, it should be very clear so that each and every word is understood by them. And when you are at home, how can you refine your speech? I'll give you a very easy tip for that. Go for tongue twisters. Okay, go for tongue twisters which are very simple, and yes, when you're practicing the tongue twisters, you opt for the very simple ones first, and don't be in a hurry to finish it. When you are speaking first, let it be very cool, slow, and gradually you try to increase the speed. This is the best way. I have come across people who have this stammering problem. They feel so ashamed to face the crowd. They are even ashamed to speak to their own friends. So when this tip was told to them, why don't you speak before the mirror? Of course, they did not accept it in the beginning. And I have a case where a child had also told me, ma'am, I've gone to several doctors, and they have prescribed so many medicines, but yes, this problem is not getting resolved. So I said, no need of any medicine, just why don't you try speaking before the mirror? And after, of course, it is not a matter of 1 or 2 days. She went through this practice for at least 7 to 8 months. And finally, one day she came and told me, ma'am, why don't you listen to something that I would like to say? And let me tell you, it is a fact, so I wanted to share it with you. She told me, ma'am, why don't you listen to me? So when I heard, of course she did not tell me a very big paragraph. She just told me a few lines, and I was amazed at the remarkable change and improvement in her. Of course, when I saw her, 80% improvement was there. She was, of course, a little bit of problem was there still, but the major problem of that fear factor which was there in her had completely gone away. And then I gave her chances to speak in the assembly on several things, and then she came up with wonderful ideas, wonderful thoughts, and today she's working somewhere and she's doing a very good job. So it is not something which cannot be resolved. Start everything with a very positive note and you are definitely going to come up with wonderful things. Okay, so some tongue twisters are here. There is one very simple one which you all must be knowing, like Betty bought some bitter butter, but when she went to the market, the butter was found to be bitter. She went again to buy some better butter to make the bitter butter better. So it all sounds so difficult for you. Why? It will sound difficult if I read out fast. So when you read it slowly for the first 2-3 times, yes, you'll be able to understand the meaning. So it should be something like this. Betty bought some butter, but the butter was so bitter. So she bought some better butter to make the bitter butter better. If you go through it, you will understand the meaning. Okay, there's a very simple one which you all will be loving. It's about ice cream. I scream, you scream. Screaming means shouting loudly. I scream, you scream. We all shout ice cream. So as children, we love ice cream, isn't it? Another one. I saw Susie. That sir, sure word is to be taken up very carefully. This is a very common problem. Words which begin with sir, we say sure. Okay, so see, look at this. I saw Susie, sir, okay, Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. So the last 3 words, they begin with sure words. But the name of the girl is Susie. So when you say this very fast, that sir, sure problem comes. But practice makes us perfect, isn't it? So when you practice a lot, you will find that flaw is all gone away. Okay. Next, very simple one. She, this is sir, sure. She sells seashells near the seashore. So again, this is sir, sure. So put a lot of stress on these 2 letters when you are practicing for your public speaking. See, I'll tell you one thing, when you are practicing at home and you make errors, do not get disheartened. It's okay. We learn from our mistakes. So if you are repeating a word and you are making several mistakes when you are practicing, it's okay. Just take it in a very easy manner. But then that same flaw should not be there when you are doing your final performance. When you are on the stage, perfection should always be there. Next thing to improve yourself, I will suggest read books. There is no substitute to this. There is no substitute to this, and to improve your vocabulary and your stock of words and your knowledge, reading books is the best. And as you read, let me tell you, it is experience which is making me tell you that when you read books, somehow unconsciously things go into your mind. And when you are speaking somewhere on the stage or you are writing anything, those words, they pop up from your mind. And you yourself will get amazed. How come this word has come to my mind? Okay, so reading books, have your own library of your own at home. You can have a small shelf on one side of your room where you can have sliding glass doors, and you can keep all the books in a very nice manner. Take them out at times, read them. Not only school books, go for a good choice of books. Don't go for books which is not going to give you any type of knowledge. Just for fun, some of us just read. I will not say read. There are just colorful pictures in it, and you love those books just because pictures are there. Of course, you all are children, you love pictures. But in addition to the pictures, there should be some knowledge-based stories. Okay? Then go for very short extemporaries. That is the best way to improve your speech. So extempore is the best way. And how can you do? You just pick up any topic, tell anyone at home to give you some topics and speak. I will again say, don't start with huge paragraphs. Pick up a topic like, for example, my friends. Speak about your friends and never start directly from the topic. First 2 lines, you can say who a friend is. Second paragraph, although it is a paragraph, but the second part of the paragraph, you can write everything about friends. How you mix up with your friends, what you do for your friends, what your friends do for you. And at the end, come gradually to the conclusion by saying that without friends, life is meaningless. Each and every activity that we do is actually influenced by our friends. So every day if you speak on such things, definitely there will be some refinement of your speech. Fine, children? So I end by giving 9 simple tips. First, always be prepared. If you have to speak, be prepared. Be aware of your body language. It should match with what you are speaking. Third, channel your inner energy. There's lots of energy in you. You are small children. Try to take out the positive energy in you and speak with confidence. Know your audience. I have told you all this. To have a good relation with your audience, you have to start with a smile and then speak very confident about the topic that has been given to you. Throw away all fears and inhibitions. If you have something that is disturbing you, speak it out before you practice, so that you don't repeat the same thing when you are on the stage. Add some style, something of your own. Don't be so bookish. Don't go for googling all the time. Don't go for writing notes from the books. Add some ideas of your own. Try to enjoy yourself. You're on the stage, enjoy. And of course, learn from your mistakes. Follow these things I'm going to tell you. You are going to be excellent speakers in future. We shall meet again and share more ideas later. Thank you so much, children.